सदर्द ahum banjarangara padma sadarda 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 ahum Banzaranger Padma Sadardo 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 padma sadardo. Ahum Banjarangara 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 Padma Sadardo. Ahum banjarangar padma sadarda 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 ahom sarangara padma sadarda ahom banjarangara sadarda ahom banjarangara sadarda ahom banjarangara padma 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 sadarda ahom banjarangara sadarda ahom banjarangara padma 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 sadarda ahom banjarangara padmasadarsha ahum 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 banjarangara padma sadarda 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 ahum banjarangara Padma Sadardo Ahom Banzarangara 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 Padma Sadardo Ahom Banzarangara
Om Sambara Sambara Bhamana Saramahan Zambaba Hum Palasoha Om Sambara Sambara Bhamana Saramahan Zambaba Hum Palasoha Om Sambara Sambara Bhamana Saramahan Zambaba Hum Palasoha Om Nachata Nam Dagarang Janalanda Paship Shokji Jana Paya Sanjay Chud Kim the Nam Pagapa Sokan Lab Shagam Salat Darjagab Dashi Jur de Me Jalap Salaftan Tun Jibbergon Shamba Janwala Gita Walatam Bakala Gomba Yachir Tarpa Janal Hambur Taram Pagasalata Walatan Simchan and Tamchat Largon Tarpa Wala Yatsaman Zalapa Zaraba Takwalatin Sansaman Tubim Trashi Walim Hira Devara Shagba Jala Shamzalalo Janwala Jona Wadana Durjin Zanam Shere Zawa Gumbu Shamba Wala Saya Nyambu Rabanam Bereselanam Ki Nyambu Pamjaga Gandab Zan Apala Durji Parkarala Shandan Orwa Dawa Radajanya Maya Shamsana Lagnam Trashi Wadajim Shogab Shanchabu Senwa Yala Shamzalalo Renchana Dimch Don John Wamzan Yadon Kamala Jaga Don Don Panzo Wanabi Man Jaram Sana Wam Jaram Corridor Stair in China Tancho Jajib Shamsan and Janam Shote Jara Chojam Jeep Jetama Garsomo Wot and Be Wanabi the Web Tashil Hamo Jalab Shamzala Los Hamba Chim Dim Jawashin made the Merton Danta Yalabu Yanam Corridor Pache Botan the one Mabzan and two Titi Harzim Kurdo Tang Trashela Tang Dong Tong Durji Janaba Waranat Churtin Jamsan and Zanas Hasamanis Gelagatashi Pidan Jitana Joab Jadlab Sham Salado Darjaga Tang Darib Shawa Sumbal Bertani Varatiwa Kanjan Walimpia Samtuna Yabjan and Tashi Belaga Pansam Sobara Joy Shanakanta Hami Yobshalam Sugar Rırmacının çağjara zinab so cipci canbi mullam lipşami Kanam zan çüdü bütünün ci zincir ci namura najaya namo banga kwatim bandır sarata mırdanı tathangataya Arahati samyak sampataya tariyata om banjiri maham banjiri mahatinda banjiri mahabhayam banjiri mahabhuta satam banjiri mahabhuta mantropa santamana banjiri sarva karma varana vishudana banjiri suhana morana jayaya namo banga kwatim banjiri sarata mırdana tathangataya arahati samyak sampataya tariyata om banjiri maham banjiri mahatinda banjiri mahabhayam banjiri mahabhuta satam banjiri mahabhuta mantropa santamana banjiri sarva karma warana vishudana banjiri suhana morana jayaya namo banga kwatim banjiri sarata mırdana tathangataya arahate samyak sampadaya tariyata om banjiri maham banjiri mahatinda banjiri mahabhayam banjiri mahabhuta satam banjiri banjiri sarva karma warana vishudana banjiri suhaya malisim janan kananya gunam chircha dalade hom jimam zadam jum zadalha ngunam malim chab janam chenan chirpa chamadanam kurum jenindar shagsay zulay datang rolam thêm sim shir Nyala chazam charam thayin na chidam chula pab dagab jadapa te chadam chumadan jisay zulay bhagban jam khola jonar kirpala shagam zulay lo chanyada satakam shogji jitina nati samashagpama ya sangekan Dake mali te taga thamchadala li tang yada tangwi bshagjo zambu jurb mulana top taga ki jarwa thamchadala yeche mon samanda janga dalanya li rabatar paye jarwa kalna tab shagam salalo darje dana danya samje nama samje tije wina bjipa taga te tar chuje yana mali pa thamchada jarwa takti kavarmu Te tagam ngapa mazala jam so nama yang ji an la jam su de kan ji jarwa kan je yundun rab joda cha devar shagpa tham chala dakim tul me to dam ban thwa dam ba ta salnya nam dam shi pa dim chogata chogata dipu tamba ye jarwa te tagala nam choparje nabza tamba nam tan jam chogata am shi man parmar ravanyam ba ta Kodapa chala param pagapam chokenanji jarva te tagalanam choparabja churpa kanam lamila jacheva te tag jarva tham chadalayamu sambov shola talpo top tagaki jarva kanab shagam salam choparabja dul chagzir da te mi wangina litang agda te vjana yechi ja adigpa dakki jipam chamchi pa te tag tham chala dakki so Shukji jarva kantan sanji chi ranjid nam tam lob tam lob tam Doa kanjim sod nam kalayam te taga kanji jisab dagayara Kanam shukjim jitin rulma nam shang chibirim bir sanji machagamni Gombo te taga dakki tham chalalam kor lob lana milpam kor varif kal Yangananda tuna kamshala te taga lam duwa kanla Ham jam divapshar Karpa janga dalanya labji parayam Dakim thalamurab jirab sovarabja Shagam sadabatam chucham shagpata Jisu yaraf kalajam survaya Giwa chong zalab daki chap sagapa Tham chadab dakim shanchib sharib goy Shab janab jipa sanji cham dambi tham chadab Sabchalani pap shanchib sinwa chimbunam Lama durjim zamba chimbunam Daglar gonsa solim Shanchib nyamburim chiji war sanji nam la chab zimch 想起不三花叶，走廊对不起那些不是吃，想起不娘不人去接我的，上街那么来接不是吃，去当想起不三花叶，走廊对不起那些不是吃，想起不娘不人去接我的，上街那么来接不是吃，去当想起不三花叶，走廊对不起那些不是吃，这得问就得是个结，想起不听那别的巴当，想起不三回那巴拉，得得人是那里巴达，对不起那多拉盘顿的，想起不三那别别上，对不起那的那么拉巴拉，人白人的拉不了结，这得了问就得是个结，想起不听那别的巴当，想起不三回那巴拉，得得人是那里巴达，对不起那多拉盘顿的，想起不三那别别上，对不起那的那么拉巴拉，人白人的拉不了结。这得了我接的是个结，想起不听那别的巴当，想起不三回那巴拉，得得人是那里巴达，对不起那多拉盘顿的，想起不三那别别上。Tanam la pala, rembab jandab la barabje, tandi darsin dib yud mayut the pala paratova, tera sarji researchi, sarji tes tachirato, tanab the kitchen jari tam thambole samade, jumaram samburim dala, yoparam jarate tarabsha, no if shatara pambuli, chetar in Pastor, Tabs and Jersey Tartini, Shanchib Sim of the Lerchi, the King Deram Churpatham to the Job, Shangaram do up the Shaganatan, what up the Lam Dundu, Buzan and G, Tatan Haman Lasso Gaverici, Shanchib Sim Choram Bochi, Marchi Panamache Jersey, Stipanian Bambi Parayan, Kone Kondam Peverisho. Simdam under a jam, Shanchib shall love Jurabatan, Sardi Namji, Yoms of Jam, the Jade in the Mafavarasho. Shanchib and one and Jinum, Drutun into La Gondribisho, Gumbo in a Gargomba, Simchana Namla, Dangerous. Simchana Tamja the Beta, Dangerous, and Drew Tamja the Tata, Tovarasho, Shanchib and Wakan Takasarab Zigaba, Teta Ganji, Molam, Reparation. Mahonche, Dechen Baraba, Wanga Poptanda, Deton Zuzuru Topa, Yesirka, Macha Dedan Pamiram Jenny, Durgenia Mana, Chimbo, Churkana, Tai, Durjun, Jitin, Wamshi, Tiji, Chazi, Palamadirabum, Kundinga, Wamdir, not the Zanon, once in Hereka, Sama Yesim, Bandra, Dem Chondol Pajalapo, Deshin and Tir, Mali Kirgi, Mtori, Shitiman, Chotanam Shadi. Shigede Tonkar, Wamzala Durje, Wawaki, so Anatom Yamba Chimbong, Anyadat, Durje Kai, Garchi Samayo, Germedasum Gabjetin, Kamsamangu, was the Marapum Kundi, like Chavataji, Tamchaleo, the Parashile, Durje Chaba, Chimbuti, Nani, who dreamed the game Chotaja, Durje Chotaja, Chimbui, and after the day where Chimburum Shilepa, Tai Yam de la Tavaru, Jan, and Turji Goma, she webs and Jipa, Ramjam Sasamawangal had so like. Peace and deep sushin yellow, Chotan and drum the game one had, Tomile one that said the Bungo, Jerusalem, Honsha, Bechin and Baraba, one go above down the Deton so sort of by a circle. Ramiram Jenny, Durginia Mana, watching Bokal, Churkana, and Tai, Durjun, Jitan, one jet, Chazi, but my Jerabum, Kondinga, one did not doesn't know once in Herek. So I see Bandra, them Chondo the Pajer, they shin and Malay game, Tori Chitaman, Chotan, Chaji, Wamsi, they don't cut one the Durji, Wanda Kids, or not Omnium Bachimbung, Anyata, Durji, Garchita Samayo, Garmelasong Group Jedin, Kamsamangu, was the Marbum Konde, like Chabataji, Tom Chaleo, the Persian, Durji Chabachim, Butijina, and Yangudum, Durgim Chotoloja, Durji Chimbu, and after the day, Chimburum Shilepa, Tai Jim to the Rokarjan, and the Jacom of Shiva, Jim Zip, Ramjam Sasama. Hatzola, Gibis, and the Subshinjilo, and Chotan and Mudrum, the gay Quatad, told me the one of Ship, Zoloma, Mosha, Bechin, Baraba, one go of Tanta, Deton Sosrotapa, Shirka, Macha de 입드는 밤이람 전니 돌제냐마나 아침 보컬 출근나 완다이 돌지 춤 지트나 왑시 되지 자세 파마이들 봄컨딩아 왑디르 난두다선 완신이르 와라 딤정도 버ጀ르 대신에 데르 만레저기 엠토리 시데만 쳤던 미사데 왑시게 대통가르 왑들 돌지 와원다기 소나 톰님 버침봉언이다 돌지 가이 가르치트 스마요 암가마나 송급제딩 감섬그 와자라 마르봉 콘디 온라 차바지 탐치데요 샤다 페르시 돌지 차반 젬부디지나 남니 오좀 더김 쳤어서 돌지 저저반 침부이 나트다 데와 침부르 덤시르밤 타이 짐저다 드라버로 크르전 더지 공와시와 점십 람점 사사마 왕갈 하조라 기비즈르완 딥수 신지로 쳤다는 오좀 더김 환타다 통비네 왕들 시르바 무즈브소네 오르제나 여르제 납샹 참밤 계스르 동볼라 얌차남 저거 무즈브니 빠담 존니 지서 저감 코르든 간주마 보코른 칠리지 지서 다르브지 신지 롭시르 시르스 가라 파르마스다데 호에 저다방가란 참제다 당 저버린진 침법제다 샹섬니 업집제다 당 접신 갑젤 하솔 소란 딥수 신지로 베셔나 소미 버저도 zambaye bjenda padam chodan tamang 접서다 저다방가람 참제다 저버린진 침법제다 샹섬니 업집제다 접신 갑젤 하솔 소란 딥수 신지로 베셔나 소미 버저도 zambaye bjenda padam chodan tamang 접서다 저다방가람 참제다 저버린진 침법제다 샹섬니 Shanasami Varchasuda Sambayab Jindapadam Chodandama Drusada Chatapangaram Samjatam Chaparinzin Chimbu Jada Shansami Tijatam Dipsingwajal Hazolam Zurwan Dips of Shinjil Shanasami Varchasuda Sambayab Jindapadam Chodandama Drusada Chapangaram Samjatam Chaparinzin Chimbu Jada Shansami Tijat Dipsingwajal Hazolam Zurwan Dips of Shinjil Shanasami Varchasuda Sambayab Jindapadam Chodandama Drusada Chatapangaram Samjat Chaparinzin Chimbu Jada Shansami Tijat Dipsingwajal Hazolam Zurwan Dips Shinjilo Shanasami Varchasuru Sambayab Jindapat Chodan Tamang Drubzada Chatapangaram Samjatam Chaparinzin Chimbu Jada Shansami Tijat Dipsingwajal Zolam Zurwan Dips Shinjilo Shanasami Varchasuru Sambayab Jindapatam Chodan Tamang Drubzada Chapangaram Samjat Chaparinzin Chimbu Jada Shansami Tijat Dipsingwajal Zolam Zurwan Dips Shinjilo Shanasami Varchasuru Sambayab Jindapat Chodan Tamang Drubzada Chelam Jam sort of up team Dagaso Kandani bus of Shivas Natang got upon the Javada Chudam Jasim Hilaver Zalato Solo Jimila Tomba Nirata Tim Jonga no Girmila Zomji Jimis Ramdana Nam Karim Chutuna Jamtu where in China Sancha Paranya Davastan Stone Bats on Mila Shacha Sangina Sergium Dojanam Santa Whipshadadan Chugo Samsula Durji Chilatron Ship Shari Salon of Sharjan Darjan Shagayona Yam Shagab Darsil Homes in a Mercer Jir Terazab Jella Juan Baraba was there a Javi Quayon Chavani Steve Jelanifton and chatting so parents of Jamtum Kurji Yom Kurjan Jamba Samjitas Jim Tamil Namjala Devan Shaka Quanatuluva Japkan and Deep Daniel Chimbur Salanyan Chimbo so the enemy Jam Zoni Molaman Chimbo Abjatab Parkarataram Sam to Shirmer Doi Tumba Tiji Jan Lam Shagam Salalo Darjana Gosama Gates or Lom should have G Kanamzam should have burst in the Minimbala Tomara Nipsa de Tomani Banyanim Jodapat Chapus or Surum Shag Pardan so She or Givan Tism of Salajis Yarango Zabja Jachin Chujim Kurlo Salam Shagja Yermam Chalaparam Kurda Solo Chonanam Kastavi Yeshirka Tism from Jeremy Param Shimoraja the Shenang or Change Salatun Jan Jarapus Tatan Overenzot Daki 得什么时候不给促进，快结婚着跟了盘他了的。去见家了不得不是你是了家，去见家了不光旁都不是说，得家你面着俺过米了那么推荐那个不是送我过真的，让大点的人钱那么什么就那我这年的去见成年了，得不是家们说聪明的去不是一起。son de bana ngonje tamja chimbo manya da var shanche var de tiji jin zanam zodam sanam jerpata zom li bchen jistum berkle yeshinji ozrna zogbana chimbo dagdan simchana tamja da japa tamja lab sarjan tagba chimbo lamje yondana chalab janda jidi shirmar tob sanam ber samlam lama Tumba chumdan di divshan shagbada chumba yang da par zopa santi war jerva shagjada pan shagem salam chutur chepsam shawam lam Tumba chumdan di divshan shagbada chumba yang da par zopa santi war jerva shagjada pan shagem salam chutur chepsam shawam lam Tumba chumdan di divshan shagbada chumba yang da par zopa santi war jerva shagjada pan shagem salam chutur chepsam shawam lam Tumba chumdan di divshan shagbada chumba yang da par zopa santi war jerva shagjada pan shagem salam chutur chepsam shawam lam Tumba chumdan di divshan shagbada chumba yang da par zopa santi war jerva shagjada pan shagem salam chutur chepsam shawam lam Tumba chumdan di divshan shagbada chumba yang da par zopa santi war jerva shagjada pan shagem salam chutur chepsam shawam lam Tumba chumdan di divshan shagbada chumba yang da par zopa santi war jerva shagjada pan shagem salam chutur chepsam shawam tane da mani mani ma manai zo tane da mani mani ma manai zo tane da mani mani ma manai zo tane da mani mani ma manai Tariyata mani mani mahamanai zo 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 ha mani mani mahamanai Mani mani mahamanai zo mani mani mahamanai zo mani mani mahamanai zo hai devar shab kirka jamda dam kurda gzi sata jankamanda Kerjem sam chagab zambu chendra van dendra konur dagzo jirvar shona mi sarvata thangata bayo bakho makhang bin sarvata khangate saparana man gangana gaso hai je dotun kandu damlam thochi resam bami jem da sanchna jal noro dam da kwatur bhonjem chim solam choto samdon handran zor jem dotun kandu damlam thochi resam bami jem da sanchna jal noro dam da kwatur bhonjem chim solam choto samdon handran zor jem dotun kandu damlam thochi resam bami jem da sanchna jal noro dam da kwatur bhonjem chim solam choto samdon handran zor Gandab Zamo Yeshiru Burzal, Yandi Jarmo Kanzajama, Yejile Dam Jitin Mamoto, Zolam Chutam Churmim Chalim Zoda, Gandab Zamo Yeshiru Burzal, Yandi Jarmo Kanzajama, Yeshile Dam Jitin Mamoto, Zolam Chutam Churmim Chalim Zoda, Gandab Zamo Yeshiru Burzal, Yandi Jarmo Kanzajama, Yeshile Dam Jitin Mamoto, Zolam Chutam Churmim Chalim Zoda, Trong trong chém gì để chém bùa ra là Long môn chớ chớ ta, giải ta địa kere chớ phán tiếp chê niệm chìm, sô lâm chớ tâm chớ lưu chớ niệm dụt, chớ trong trong chém gì chém bùa ra làm, chớ phán nằm chê long môn chớ chớ ta, giải ta địa kere chớ phán tiếp chê niệm chìm, sô lâm chớ tâm chớ lưu chớ niệm dụt, chớ trong trong chém gì chém bùa ra làm, chớ phán nằm chê long môn chớ chớ ta, giải ta địa kere chớ phán tiếp chê niệm chìm, sô lâm chớ tâm chớ lưu chớ niệm dụt, nam jin ke wo chen bu ti lim san lim ni tam mam zang gang po ni cho ge zhe de sim jie ji ji cho dang jim so lam che tam zhe mim chen lim zut hong tam jin ke wo chen bu ti lim san lam ji di tam mam zang gang po ni cho ge zhe de sim jie ji ji cho dang jim so lam che tam zhe mim chen lim zut hong tam jin ke wo chen bu ti lim san lam ji di tam mam zang gang po ni cho ge zhe de sim jie ji ji cho dang jim so lam che tam zhe mim chen lim zut de ban ma huang ge guan yan nam ta wo qi qi zhen de ge bei de bo yang li wei de zhe ma de bo guai ku de ban ji so lam zhe tam zhe mim chen lim zhe shi ban ma huang ge guan yan nam ta wo qi qi zhen de ge bei de bo yang li wei de zhe ma de bo guai ku de ban ji so lam zhe tam zhe mim chen lim zhe shi ban ma huang ge guan yan nam ta wo qi qi zhen mar bo kwa ku de ban jim so lam che tum chen mi chen len zo de gang xi ge yin la zhan ban sam ji jiang do de mo zhe de waram za ba ye chu ri jiong ye zhen nam no de wen jian nam ji da gam sam de ma li ni ren zhe ban zo de I'm couldn't be chugan ka da ri ben a ran mam ge ye shi o de ni long o war da nam jam bu dur ji la nam ba je ji ye jna nor ba ne da karak salam zem zama ban zhe da ye qi chum che de shi ji ran de zhe le wa ma nam jab ni ke la zhong wo la zhe de mi dem cho ran nan de ba jen de la ma mi ni chin re wo ser ni jang kama san jam hual le ti ye shan de ba ye de la ji mie de pen zoi ja va la so lo wa de ba gong de de sto pan po var shen ji lo bo ni chin re wo ser ni jang kam sen jam hual le ti je shen le ye de la shmen ji mie de pan zoi ja va la so lo wa de ba gong je de sto ban pu bar shen ji lo ba ni chin re wo ser ni jang kama san jam hual le ti ye shen le ba ye de la shmen ji mie de pen zoi ja va la so lo wa de ba gong je de sto ban pu bar shen ji lo ba thar na lam ol ni thi le ra che rang she wo ni ji nya win tham ya la kan ye shi jim di la ma da kalawam nyam bu shen lam tho ba par sam Jiva Kanda Yang Tam Lama Tam Jimid Chuja Huala Long Shudja Sadang Lam Jo Yundun Rabzu Ne Durjim Changa Gompa Niran Toba Shagoi Jumdan Dim Gombon Jam Hola Yang Shagim Zalalo Ganga Lo Judim Yestam Daranyatara Nam Tagarab Sadavi Janyara Dungana Jabjam Zivshiran Jin Tigara Lagawan Zan Gandaga Jabba Zondara Marigam Tanabdingala Jizara Dotsoga Kanaba Chip Tarsi Yanagaji Rayandana Som Jitar Chedro Nyuma Nyalhoni J Chokodrum Zadaja Mariam Sadadim Gadanyaka Chimyala Chum Zalarata Nam Doni Tarjan Sabjim Tarsuna Yundana Nizogati Tawoshka Chatagam Jadam Jani Genti Dagaloman Salam Jam Hola Rayalan Umara Patanada 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 Umara Patanada, 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 Umara Patanada. Umara Patanada, Tedanan Kirjim Keraba, what is it? Damlo, the member of Salani. Kadam Damju Jonli Topaya, Loju, the Pulapa, Nawa, Janada Solo.
Today our class is on the Analects of Confucius. Before the actual class, I would like to then address a few things that in fact the monastics, when they circumambulate the mandala on the peak of the mountain over there, really ask those of you to circumambulate them, the mandala according to the dates, because on different dates there are outer nations of the different genders could go and circumambulate the mandala. So, in terms of our regulation over here, I really hope that you could then abide such rules that we have, especially for the monastics. And this time, I really ask all the lay practitioners also to abide this rule. For people who only stay here for a week or so, then it's okay. But for people who live here for a long period of time, then I really ask those of you to then abide the rules and only go when it is your turn on the specific dates. For people who come here only for a week, I think it's okay, but more than a week, then you should abide this rule as well. In fact, all the lamas and the jumos, the female and male monastics, they also have very different rules, so they also abide their own rules. So I really hope that that's something that you need to pay attention to, especially now we're talking about the ritual propriety, and The vows, the monastic vows, are also considered as part of the ritual propriety. Some of the lay practitioners, when they come here, and they probably don't have a particular kind of goal to attain over here. So I really encourage those of you who are here studying the Dharma, then just really focus on the Dharma rather than breaking different rules, and I don't think it's a wise thing to do. So today our class is on the Analects. In fact, I think this is quite useful to all of us. And this time when we're studying it together, I feel this is quite necessary. I know that lots of people knew about the Analects before, but not necessarily understand what it means. Especially a lot of people probably don't even understand or have an idea about it. You know that it is a famous text, but how and what it is talking about, how could it help you, and so on, you probably had no idea. But I think it really has lots of teachings, lots of pithy instructions, so to speak, in terms of how to be a good person, how to be human. In this text, it has lots of the very concise instructions on how to be a human, how to be a person, and lots of this kind of teachings are quite similar to those of teachings that's included in Mahayana texts. And I really see that many people who are attending this online and so on, you are really listening to it very attentively. And I'm quite encouraged to see many of you who are attending this class are in fact quite attentive and very attached great importance to this class and don't really miss classes. That's really great. So let's now move to 1.12. So over here it talks about the rights and harmony, where Master Yuzi said that harmony is what is most prized in the practice of the rights. It is what makes the way of the former king beautiful, and this principle applies to matters big and small. So this kind of right that creates a harmony is in fact used by the previous emperors, such as Yao, Shun, and Yu Emperor, as well as lots of great kings, in terms of ruling their countries. And for the kings, it is the most beautiful actions. It is the most beautiful action to take. In fact, when we talk about rights, it also could be explained in the aspect of art, because arts are in fact quite broad. When we talk about the vows, precepts, and actions, and rules or regulations, it could be an act of conduct, art of conduct. It could be art of speech. It could be art of rituals such as prostrations and so on. So, as a king, by using such kind of ritual, in fact, it then could further help the king, because when we look at everyone in this world, there are the elders and juniors, there are the ones who are higher in the hierarchy and the lower in the hierarchy. Unlike animals, where they basically are the same, but in human beings, it is quite important to use such rights or use such arts of being human. It is considered as a part of the regulation, and by adapting those regulations, then we can achieve harmony. And this kind of achieving harmony is in fact quite precious and should be cherished. So the former kings, they would uptake such rights, and the way they take such rights, such as the judicial system and laws and so on. In fact, they could be also called or be included in the rights area or category. And next it says that to apply this principle of right, apply to matters big and small. And when people don't think that this is necessary to use rights, then they cannot achieve harmony. Sometimes it is also then explained in the way that it says that the big or small matters, in fact, they cannot be completely separated from rights. If you aim only at achieving harmony in everything, then you're really only trying to achieve harmony because you feel that this is ideal to do so. If you were to only trying to achieve harmony in the superficial level because you know this is the ideal situation, then lots of things won't work. Because people don't really follow the rules to start with, but they want to achieve harmony, such as the interpersonal relationships between teacher and students, and between the senior and junior, and so on. For example, according to the ancient culture, it is said that the students have their particular status, and then the teachers have their status, and then the students should respect their teachers. Just as it is said in the Siddhamata Sutra, where it says that between the teachers and students, there are 5 things that they should do to each other to venerate, to respect each other, and towards the spouses and the parents and children. So there are all 5 things that's described or require of each side, so that both of them will venerate and respect each other, each parties. And then there will be harmony. For example, however, nowadays it's completely different. It is not really following those kind of rules of respecting each other anymore. In Tibetan language, in fact, we then use a different tone. We use respectful words to from the disciple or from the students to the teachers. But there are different cultures and different languages where they would address everyone as dear so-and-so in their letters. There are things that we should keep a sense of equanimity or equality, such as the requirement from one party to the other, then you should maintain this kind of requirement for each party. But there are, in fact, things that's not really equal, and you should not keep them equal, just as how the juniors should respect the seniors. According to Li Ji, where it says that the Book of Rights, it says that the sages emerge to teach people with rights or rules of propriety such that they can conduct themselves properly, which distinguishes themselves from animals. In fact, animals don't have such a culture of abiding the rules of propriety. I think lots of people probably heard of this story. This is a story from the Chinese history where it says that the king from a Qi dynasty got drunk and he took off all of his hats and his clothing, and he was then hitting on a pot and making noises and music and running around and completely mad. And he was then telling his and then he was asking his retinues, saying that as a king who is enjoying with his retinue and his people, isn't it right to fully enjoy? And his people replied, saying that his retinues, while trying to flatter him, then said that, oh, you're doing a great job by enjoying and having fun with us. This is quite correct. There's a cabinet of the emperor. His name is Yanzi, and Yanzi came to the king well dressed, and at that time he saw that the king was completely naked and making a fool of himself. And then the king asked Yanzi, saying that, don't you think I'm having a great fun, and isn't this the right thing to do with my retinues? And in fact, Yanzi replied, saying, no, you're not, my king. In fact, the king should have a certain status or hold a certain status, and as your retinue, then we should have a certain status as well. Because as a king, then your power and your wisdom and your knowledge far surpass all of us, and therefore then you should dress and act appropriately according to your status. Though the king was his superior, but he got scolded by his cabinet. Nowadays, what I notice is that people would butter up their superiors. They would say, this is wonderful, whatever you do is wonderful. But in fact, by buttering up your superior, it doesn't really benefit anyone. And then Yanzi continued to say that this is very inappropriate what you're doing. And then the king continued to ask, saying that, well, but everyone else thinks that I am doing a great job. Then should I then kill all of them? And then Yanzi replied, saying, no, my king, you should not kill all of your retinues, because if you were to maintain the kind of thinking that you should carry out your actions according to the rights, then all your retinues would also follow in such a way. So, through this story, what we can see is that many people may view rights as something very traditional, very old, and it is no longer a timely teaching, no longer a modern teaching. It doesn't go with our modern time and so on. In fact, if you continue to think in such a way, then later on it will definitely take a bitter turn. That is why we should compare the teachings from the traditional teachings to our modern time dilemmas and to our modern time problems. Because whenever it is, if we encounter such a problem, sometimes it is because that we forgot about our root, that is, the root teachings that was given in the ancient times.
这是第12章啊，下面是讲这个
That's
13章，
1.12,
就
and
13
now
章
let's
的话
move
呢，
to 1.13.
怎么讲的呢？昨天学院的有些事情。
Last night I slept really late because we had a meeting until 2 or 3 a.m. So I didn't really sleep very well. So today I feel like I am dream talking. And if I were to do that, then why don't you spread some water on me or so that to wake me up.
下面就是讲到这个，下面是这个柚子语啊，就是
Next one, Master Yuzi then continued to say,
也是柚子这样说的，他那个心境语
trustworthiness comes close to rightness because your words can be counted on. Respectfulness comes close to ritual propriety because it allows you to stay clear of shame and disgrace. If you do not lose the affection of those who are your relatives by marriage, then you could have the respect of your clan. So it has 3 layers of meanings. The first one talks about trustworthiness. Your trustworthiness, your credit, or
怎么讲，就是真正的这个实际的这种事物啊，就是你所承诺的，那就是必须要就适合你的
or words
这个
that
原
you
则
promise to others, you should
如
then
果是这样的话，那就是你这个
make sure
严格不一
that
你当时的这
your
个承诺呢，就
words
是可
are
以了
close
这
to
个履行
your
啊，就是你
actual
如果这
situation
个
rather
信用呢，
than
就是
making
符合于实际，而并不是你虽然就是承诺
rather than
虽然答应
making
了，但是
blank
到这
checks to
个
others.
真正去实行的时候呢，好像是你的这种承诺跟这个原来实际的情况呢有很大的
If
这
you
种
were
距离
to
啊。
make
我们
some
现在很多年轻人
promises
遇到任何
out
事
of
情的时候呢
frivolousness,
不经观察。就是也不去分
then
析，
it will
然后马
hurt
上
your
去承诺
trustworthiness.
但是
Just like how
到
young
最后
people
去实践
nowadays,
的
they
过
would
程
make
当中的话呢，
promises
自己
really
也后
quickly,
悔啊，就是
but
包
later
括
on
这个现
they
在生活
they
当中
really
的很
regret
多事情的话
whatever
呢
they did or
就
said.
为什
Just
么是
like
最后
lots
呢，就是
of
没办
things
法
that
履
happens
行你
in
的承诺
life
的话呢，实际上是
are
刚开始自己可能
very
有时候
difficult
没有
to
这
keep.
个社会经验了，有时候是没有这种
Sometimes
这
it is
个
because
非常
they
这个
really
细致的
don't
智慧
have
啊，就这样
lots
原
of
因就
social
是最后呢
experiences in
自己也是这
society,
个非常
or
后
they
悔
don't have
在
lots
生
of
活当中
wisdom,
经常有这
or
样的
they
这个
don't have
事
such
情。所以在这里
persistence.
呢，就是
All
自
of
己这个
these
所
kind
承
of
认的呢，
reasons.
一定要这个符合这个实际道路，要
So
有
you should
这种
really
灵活
watch
性，并
out
不是
your
你
own
只要这个
words.
承诺的话，那就是你一直这个世俗啊，就是一直这个诉诸歹徒啊，就不放着。就是
On the other
以前
hand,
那个就
you
是
should also
有
be
些
a
故
little
事
bit
当中有一个
flexible
讲
with all the
有
words
一
you
个
said
故事
because
啊，就是
sometimes
说是有一个男子呢，就是跟一个女的这个约
you
会
will
在
then
一个
turn
桥
out
下
to be the kind of
后来
person
那个
who
女
is
的呢
waiting
就是
for
没
a
有
dead
来，
rabbit
然后
to
这个
turn out, to
男
show
的呢
up.
就是一直这个守着。
There was
到
a
了半夜
story
的时候
that
呢，就是
a
出现
man
这个洪
waited,
水。当出
a
现洪水
man
的时候呢，就是那个男
was
子可能比较
told that
笨吧，就是他一直呢像是
his
不能离
lover
开这个
will
地方，
meet
我又
him
承诺着，
at
然后
the
他一直抱
pillar
住这个桥
around
梁
the
这个桥的柱子，
bridge,
最后
and
的
then
话呢，就是这个已经淹死了，就是这也是
he
一
waited
种
for
这
a
个
long period
就
of
是
time until
这个
the
历史吧，就是
even
说
when
是
the
我
water
们在
rises,
做任何事情
he
的话
was
呢，
still
就
over
是也应
there
该
holding the
有
pillar, and
有时候是
eventually
有
he
一种
died
灵
over
活性，
there
但
right
是
on
这
the
种灵活
spot
性呢，也是
by
尽量的这个不
and
违背自
drowned
己
to
的
death.
这种
So
承诺啊，就是一诺
this
千
story
金。
tells
我们
us
经常
that
说
we should
这
not
个
just
君子一言
abide
是
to
马
our
难，所以就
words,
是说这个一
to
般
our
的是有
words
智慧的人，
with
有
the kind of
有这
stiffness
样
and
的这个人的话，那
and
就是
without
他
any
所承诺的
flexibility,
话呢，
without any
他
wisdom.
就不会就是当地有一种说法叫做，当他出生的那一天的
Sometimes
承
we
诺
can
当他离开世间的时候呢，
then
还
make
是这个
some
依然不会
adjustments.
有这样
But
的
on the
说法
other
所以
hand,
说呢，
we should
就是
also
那么
make
这
sure
个
that
呢，
our
就是
words are
首先是主
trustworthy.
要是讲这个信啊，就是讲
So
这个信用是这样来
First
讲
of
的。
all, it
然后
talks
第二
about
个
the
方面的话呢，就
trustworthiness.
是
And
讲
the
这个
second
就
aspect
是
then it talks
恭
about
敬于利啊，就是远离这个耻辱业，就是那么我们的这个恭敬性
the respectfulness comes close to ritual propriety because because it allows you to stay clear of shame and disgrace. In fact, respectfulness also need to come to ritual propriety. You should not be, you should have respect and you should have respect for others, but you don't have to necessarily to venerate everyone. There are the ones that you should venerate, and there are the ones you shouldn't venerate in the way that you prostrate to them. Of course, there are the bodhisattva. There's the bodhisattva who do not look down at others. That's recorded in the Lotus Sutra. If you sincerely feel that everyone is the future Buddha, of course it's fine. But on the other hand, if you have no principle when it comes to veneration and respect towards others, if you yourself do not have any principle for yourself, then in such a way, no one will look at you with respect. Around June, around June this year, 4 young girls went out to have dinner, and then 4 of them, at the end of the dinner, in fact, they all wanted to pay for the bill, so they started fighting over the bill. And at that time, a young girl who wanted to pay for the whole meal, and the other 3 didn't want her to because her family situation was not the best out of the 4. And then 4 of them started fighting over to pay the bill, and one of them in fact, one of them then committed suicide because she couldn't fight over the bill. I think this is very difficult to understand. In the West, whenever they go out for dinner, they usually go Dutch. This is probably easier. In Tibetan saying that we say that it is important to maintain good relationship with a friend, but it is important also to keep a clear math in terms of the money. In fact, this is the right. This is kind of the regulation or rules that you should follow. It is the best that you could follow the kind of rights at the beginning, so that later on you will maintain the harmonious instead of having different fights or having arguments among the money issues or with the interpersonal relationships. It is really the best to follow the rights to start with. So over here it says that respect is in fact extremely important, but you should also you should then respect your seniors, you should respect your teachers.
原来那个法王去那个西方国家的时候，有些人说是我们人人都是
There are
平等
people
的。
who say that what's the point of
那
being
何必有这个
respectful
恭敬
towards
有没有必要呢？
teachers and
后来
parents?
法王
What's the
说
point
那
of
你们
that?
这个当时好像在美国吧，就是那个如果这样的话，那就
I'll
是
tell
你
you
这
the
个
story
可
of
能
Ponce
对中共来
Rinpoche.
的时候
Ponce
呢，你
Rinpoche
用叫
when
来
he
踢一
went
下，看你怎么样，
to
说身
United
边的保
States,
安就是会不会
and
抓你，就是
lots
就
of
法
people
王
asked
就开玩笑
said
的，
to
有时候
Ponce
是我们
Rinpoche
这
that
个
what's
虽
the
然就
point
是强
of
调一些
paying
平等，但有
respect
些
to
时候
you?
呢，也是
You're
不能
of
平等
equal
的，
to
就是
us.
因为
And Ponce
这个
Rinpoche
社会
said,
上、地
well,
位上，
if
这
you
个
treat
包
me
括
as
就是
equal,
很
it's
多
just
福报
like
上的话，那
when
我们
your
像这种人完全
president
都是平等
comes
的，一
and
定有这个困
kick,
难。但是
and
这
if
个
you
呢，
were
就
to
需要
kick
有
at
一
him,
种这个
what do
力
you
就是
think?
这
Is
个
that
力呢，
fair and
是
is that
太
reasonable?
过于的，就
Don't
是
you
什
think
么
if
都就
you
是
were
力
to
的
do
话呢，我
that,
觉得这也是有
don't
点
you think
死
his
板的。
guards
像工人
will
的话呢，
capture you
可
right
能
away?
很
So
多
there
这
are
个
some
当时的这
differences
个
in
事情也
terms
不
of
多，就是人与人
hierarchies.
之间的规 矩呢就是讲的比较多，就是我们这个藏地的话呢，就是规矩有时候是特别多，比如说你给别人用票来就是倒茶的时候，
In the ancient times, at that time, there were not lots of people, but they have lots of rights to follow. In Tibet, we say that it is, in fact, there are lots of teachings in terms of how to do every single thing in your life, such as what kind of ladle you should use in order to get the drinks for your guests, and which direction the mats should be facing, and so on. Yes, on one hand, it seems that we follow certain kind of rights, we follow some kind of customs.
你是一个民族的话，民族有民族自己的这种文化的这种基因呢，就是一直这个灌入，一直是植入。所以
I think the differences comes from the different customs and different cultures that you grew up in. We should not just use the simplicity mentality of modern times to judge everyone. We should not then accept all the modern mentality in our hearts and consider that this is the right thing to do. And we should not completely reject the traditional values as trash. This is also inappropriate. So we should not go on any of the extremes. We should then take whatever is beneficial and useful to us, and we should abandon or not really listen to the ones that's not very useful or beneficial to people and to yourself. If you do not lose the affection, in fact, the third layer of the meaning has many different kinds of explanations. For example, there is the explanation where it says that because there were kindness being paid to you, therefore you should hold affection and closeness to that person, and in such a way you will be able to earn respect. Because of such kind of affection and closeness, you will be able to continuously to connect to the other person who have shown a kindness to you. So that's one way of explaining it. And the second way of explaining it is that if you keep the affection inside of the marriage, then in such a way your client can be then continued on. Because through such kind of interpersonal relationships such as marriage and so on, you'll be able to continue your culture, your family heritage, and your clan. The third explanation says that by relying upon the ones who you feel very close to, then you can pass down the culture and heritage of your own. And in such a way, you can be respected by your clan. What it means is that upon relying to the kind of people who show kindness to you, or rely on your spouse, or rely on people who have closeness to you, have a sense of closeness to you, then you'll be able to pass down this kind of culture and heritage of your clan. In fact, what it emphasizes over here is the sense of warmness among people, a sense of warmth among people. This is quite important because between one another as human beings, we need communication and warmth, especially nowadays in our modern time. Buddhists and non-Buddhists, in fact, in this world, I think this world is in the face of making contributions by cooperations. What people name us nowadays is that we are the concrete norms because we all live in concrete cities. Whatever we do outside business, studying Buddhism, all kinds of things. In fact, we need that kind of synergy comes from community. We need to be in good relationship with our superior, with our inferiors, with our equals. This is all quite important. Unless you're a particular Buddha, you are a good practitioner who can stay in the cave solo and be a one-man band, one-man practitioner in the cave, only drink clear water and eat grass. This is in fact quite difficult in modern time as well. So in our modern time, we really need cooperation. We need to work with others. In the Analects, they continuously to talk about the rights and the righteousness and ritual propriety, where it then points to the interpersonal relationships of parents and children, of spouses, of friends, and so on. This kind of net of relationships is quite important to maintain a good communication and communication and connections to one another. If you were to remember that in the Sigalovada Sutra, where we talked about the directions, where there were 4 directions and then up and lower, where then it points out that we're the ones in the center, so we really need to relate to each other. I translated the Sigalovada Sutra into Tibetan, and I'm almost done with it because I noticed that this sutra is not translated into Tibetan language, and I thought it would be quite meaningful. In Tibet, I think we really take the words of the Buddha very close to our heart, and I think this sutra will be of great benefits to lots of the Tibetan people. Anyhow, I really want to emphasize this is quite important.
第14章啊，就是前面就是讲这个第14章。
And 1.14.
那第14章呢，就是这个字乐啊，就是现在就是孔子开始这个。
1.14.
就大多数人弟子所让
Now,
他自己有出
Master
来一会
started
儿
to say,
就
it
还
is
是
like
很有那种，他就休息一会儿，有自
Confucius
己出来。
sometimes would say something,
然
and
后这个字也
sometimes
就
he
孔
would
子就
let
这样
his
说的，就
disciples
是君
to
子
say
事无
something.
求报啊，
Anyhow,
就
over
是
here it is the
居
Confucius
无求啊，
that the
就
master
是
said,
民
a
以食而
gentleman
身于
does
焉，
not
久
try to
有
stuff
道而
himself
真
when
言。
he eats, and is
各
not
位
worried
好
about
学
the comfort of
也
his
亦是吧
dwelling. He is
他这里
anxious
说
about
这个作
getting
为君
things
子的
done
话
and
呢，
careful
有这
about
样的，
what he
就是在
says.
这个饮食方面的话呢，就是不要
In fact,
要求太高啊。就是古代的话呢，可能就是不求报，就是
A gentleman
就是
or
其实不求报的意思呢，就是说不
someone
要太
who
这个奢
has
侈了啊，就是
rather
特别挑剔啊，
bigger
就是这个饭也
perspective
不好吃，
and
那个
lots
饭也
of
不好
long
吃。前一段时
learnings,
间有一个发
and
现，
then
天天的是某个地方的饭不好吃，某个地方一定要去开车去，就是后来都不知道他们
And then,
说是这种发行人的话，那
in
就没
fact,
办法了，就是
they
带下
only
去了。
care
就
about
因
the
为
knowledge
他就
rather than
天天的是
their
不谈
food
着这个，
and
不谈论
residence.
就是我们的这个
Recently,
所谓的这
there
么发
was
行啊，
someone
就是
who
整天的是
wanted
就
good
是为了这
food
个
and
吃一顿
they
饭
would
吵架，就是
drive
这样很
and
不好的，这真的。
drive to a
有时候我
long,
们可能作为一
farther
个
away
人的话
place
呢，就
to
是对饮
eat
食啊，
and
就
then
是
come
做
back
的
to
不好
work。
我也
again. I think
特别
this
关
is
心我们
rather
这个很多的这种
inappropriate.
公共的这个公债的这个食堂也好，
On the other hand,
这些
I
方
do
面的
care
话呢
about the quality
作
of
为这个
the
发行人
meal,
员也
of
好，
the
很多
food,
人的话呢，
because
还
over
是
here
应该
we
很
do
认真的
have
要
the
做，
kind
就
of
是这个方面
meal
很
that
关
is
心。
offered to
但
the
我也
Sangha
并不是要
and
求就是一
the
定要
meal that is made
就是
to
怎么
offer
样，
to
就是这样的
our
话呢，
staff
其实有
members.
些人是
I do care about the
真正
quality
这
of
个
those.
作为修行人
However,
的
on
话
the
呢，
other
也
hand,
不能
as a
太那
practitioner,
个
I think it is
像我们
quite
以前刚来
important
的这个
to
好几年当中的话呢，基本上是
maintain
在
or
这个
have
拉
a
拢啊，
sense of
就是在拉拢的
contentment.
话，那就是
In Larongar,
就
few
3顿
years
饭全
back,
是吃一点藏吧，就2-3个月都是这样的。包括我们
people
当时
would
来的
only
一
eat
些
the
汉族的
tsampa,
这
that
个
is the
导游的话
barley
呢，就是他
flour.
们最多是
They would
有一
eat it
点
3
这
times a
个
day
什
and
么
every
蔬菜
day.
根本没有的，就是好几
At
年
that
当中的
time,
蔬菜是
we
根本连
didn't
听
even
的
have any
名号都
vegetables.
听不到。
We don't even hear the name of vegetables.
就像边地呢，就是听不到佛陀的名
It
号
is
一样
just
的。
like how
就是那个
in
时候，就是
some,
我都当时去过很多这个
some
汉族的道
faraway
友的
land
家里，
where
就是我看到他们有一
people
点
don't even
大米
hear
啊，
the
就是有
name
些时候
of
呢，
the
就
Buddha.
是这个
So
在
we
那个
didn't
瓶
even
子里
hear
面有
any
好多
names of
辣椒，
vegetable.
就是辣椒啊，就是这
When I
个。
went
然后他们
to
把那
some
个
mainland
米饭做完了以后呢，就是喝一点
homes,
就是
and
辣椒，
I
就
noticed
是
what
然后
they do
就是
is
那叫我们
to
现在
make
说的
some
豆瓣
rice
是吧？那叫豆
porridge
瓣，叫
and
什么？
then mixed
Tuban
it
辣椒，是
with
吧？
some
你也是这样吗？
chili pepper, and that's all the meals they eat.
你也是辣椒当中培养出来的。
Are you all eating like that? You used to eat like that.
那个时候还是很多这样，但那个时候确实这个修行还是算是
So
比较精
that
进的，没有
was
什么其
the
他的
kind of
什么手
conditions that
机
we
啊，就是
had
各
at
种各样的
the
散乱的
time.
音吧，就是
And we
每天都
didn't
是就
really
用
have
在这个
lots of
学习上面，而且
distractions
这
at the
个睡
time.
眠的时间也比较少，
We
就是然
only
后
used
其
our
他的这个
time
散
to
乱的因
study.
素呢，就是
We
几乎
don't
都
even
是没有
sleep
的。
as
其实
much.
就业
All
的
of
时候
our
真的需要
main
就是
goal
减少
at the
散乱，
time
不要
was
这个
to
饮食方
study.
面的要求太多
So
啊，就是一
do
个
not
是
have too
就是
much
对食物
high
方面就是不
requirements
是这个要求
towards
很
the
高，
eating
不要
and
太这
food
个
and
奢
meal.
华。然后第二个
Do
呢，
not
就是
get
住处
over
上面嘛，
luxury
就是
when it
居
comes to
这个
meals.
居住的这种
The
住宿
second
方面
one
的话
is
呢，
that
就
when
也
it
不
comes
是要
to
求就是
your
特别
residence
安逸
and to
啊、
where
奢
you
华
live.
啊，哇，这个装修啊，就是我那
Do
天
not
看到有
worry
一个
about
导游，就
do
是
not
办
worry
一下，
about
就
the
是让
comfort of
他的屋
your
子全部都
dwelling.
是各种不同的口袋都已经装满了，就是
The
人不
other
知道
day
怎么
I
做。
saw
就刚刚
a
前2天就是在
practitioner
三
about 2 or
体
3
这边
days
就是
ago.
看有一个导
I
游，
saw
说这么多东西啊，
some practitioner who
就我
moved
好像不知道，就是里面
bags
是
and
全是
bags
什么这个
of
黄金还是
stuff
白银
to
这
his
个
small
凡是这
hut.
有些
And then at that
即便
time I
是
asked
寂静
her,
的
why
地
do you
方，
have so
但
much
是呢
stuff?
乱七八糟的东西太多了的话，可能心也有
In
点
fact,
乱了
I。
作为
think
修行人，应该是
now
比
since
较
you live
就
in
是比
such
较
a
借鉴，或者说是
simple
就
valley,
清
why
贫
don't you
啊，
keep
就是我
your
们所
life
有的
also
实践
simple?
在家
Because
人的
if
话，
you
完
were
全
to
做
have
到
too
这样，
many
我不
stuff,
要
you
求，就
would
是你们这
also
个
get very much
有些实践
distracted,
人可
isn't
能
it?
就是因为各种各样的原因吧，就是可能还是需要有一些，但是作为
I
这
understand
个
that you need
尤其在
some
这个什么
material.
在佛学院也好，在一些清净道场当中的话呢
But，
我
since
看到
you
南
are
传佛教的
living in
很多
this simple
这
valley,
个修行人啊，到今
then
天
why
也
don't
是
you
看到他
keep
们的
your
这种
life
生活是
simple
非常
as
简
well?
单、很清
As I
净的，
noticed lots
就
of
没有什么过多
Theravada
的，就
monks
是
and
就还
practitioners,
是
and
这
they
个
keep
就
their
除了
life
这个
rather
三顿
very
饭以外，
simple.
就是这个三义啊，就
Really,
这些
uh,，
我在去那个
and
泰国啊、
really
柬埔
easy,
寨啊，就是很多地方的是去
to
看到他
feel
们的这个住舍
contentment.
的时候，真的
When I
很
went
羡
to
慕，
Thailand
知足
and
少欲。
Cambodia,
所以一般
I
公
visited
司
a
在这
few
里
monks and
做的时候呢，
monastics
就是说这个作为君子
residents.
的
What
话
I
呢，就是一个
noticed
是
was
仪式
that
上，
they
一个
in
是这个
fact
住
live
所
in
上啊，
very
就是
simple
不是这个不能
lifestyle.
要求
And
太
I
高。
felt
然后第三个
quite
的话呢。
a lot of
民与事
admiration
啊，就
towards
是
them.
对做事情方面的话呢，不懈怠，就是
So
应
we
该
should
是
be
很这
content
个
with
明润
whatever
轻快
meal
啊，就是
and
这样。然后
residence
这个
that
语
we
言呢，
can
就
live
是
and
非常这个
we
谨慎，
should
就是
be
说话呢
very，content
不是
with the
什么这个想说
simplicity
什么
of
就说什么，就是
livelihood.
最后呢，
And
就是
then
自己说的自己就最后就很危险的，就是很多人都是以前我们这个
We
就
should
学院这边的是有些人开除的话呢，最后自己
be
导致啊，
diligent
就是
with
就很
whatever
多
way
很多就是
do,
因为这个各种原因啊，就是
because
最后自己也是不得不离开。所以
you should be
我们
anxious
这个
about getting things
做
done
事
and
的话呢，
careful
就是
about
非常
what you
勤快，
say.
就是认真啊，
So
就
you
是
should
勤
be
奋。
diligent
然后这个说
and
话呢，就是
careful
该说的时候，
when it
就像《
comes
军规
to
章论》里面讲的一样
work，
该
and
说
when
的
it
时候
comes
就
to
是认
work.
真说，不该说的时候呢就不说啊，就
And
是应该
when
是
it comes
非
to
常这个
speech,
注
you
意
should
就是
say
谨慎
whatever
自己
you
的这
should
种语
say
言的
and
这
do
种
not say
啊
things
这个
that
分寸啊
you shouldn't
然后
say.
呢
So you should
啊
have have a
就有
sense
道而
of
正，就是
propriety
那么
about the
就
speech.
抑制什么呢？就是有道的这些真实啊，就是这样的话呢，能改正自己的这种恶劣的这种习惯啊。
And then
其实这里
it says
讲
that
一个是
he
我
gravitates
们作为一
towards
个
those
大
who
乘的
possess
修
a
行人的
moral
话呢，也基本
integrity
上是
because
可
they
能
want to put himself
这样吧
right.
就是一个是仪式方面呢，就是不要太奢求
On one，
然后
hand，
就是做事也好，发心呢就是很认真的，
We
说话
should
呢就是非常
work
谨慎
and
的，而且经常呢
benefit
就是一
others
些一些善知
with
识
great
就是有道
diligence.
德的这些善
And
知
we
识。那么
should be
这样的
content
话
with
呢，
a
这个叫
simple
做是什么呢？
lifestyle.
就是
At
可
the
谓
same
好
time,
学
we
呀
should
啊，就
then
是他这
rely
里
on
好
the
学的
ones
话呢，
who
就
are wise and who are of great learning. And in such a way, you can say that this kind of person is someone who loves learning. So you should really enjoy learning. You are gravitated towards those who possess moral integrity. In fact, Confucius is someone who is very much curious about knowledge and very much gravitated towards knowledge.
说是孔子呢，就是还有一个也是好学的一个人呢，就是叫做是那个就是应该宴会啊，就是宴会是整个他的这个3000人或者72个人当中的话呢，就别人问你的这个弟子里面最好学的是谁？就是他说是我的最好学的人呢就是是晏子，可惜呢他已经死了。他自己也是这样说过的，就是还有呢就是有一个叫做是孔文子啊，就是孔文子的话呢就是也是这个。
In fact, exemplified the gentleman in the description according to Confucius. Because Yan Hui is the most eager to learn and was contented to be living in a shabby neighborhood on a bowl full of millets and a ladle full of water.
也是很需要的，但是呢，就是并不是很多的，因为现在是无止积极就是发展也好，或者说是人们特别就是追求物质的这样的一个时代啊，说是现在接近100年这个之类的话，那就是很多地方都是。就是史学家、文学家的是基本上没有出现，就是包括佛学家也是基本上这个没有出现。原因是什么呢？为什么现在人就是写不出诗？为什么现在人就是创造不出文学剧？为什么呢？可能是我们大多数的人呢就不好学啊，大多数的人呢可能被这个这个物质啊，就是被这个物欲这个诱惑啊，就是够让，然后呢就是自己都是整天都是沉溺在。
Increase of spiritual wealth, and people get very much dwelled in the materialistic searching instead of the searching for spiritual and learning aspect of human life. Nowadays, the young people,
文化也好，就是或者说是一些垃圾知识也好，就是在这些当中。
in lots of the junk culture and junk knowledge.
现在每天都是什么借钱呐，
heard
什么这个
young people would
就是
then
得什么这个高利贷啊，就是然后一直呢，就是不要说是学知识，就是连自己都是最后都是一辈子都可能还不上的。就是现在网上很多的这种
to support their luxurious lifestyle. Don't even mention about a year or 2 years for them to repay this money back. I don't think they can then repay the money back for even within their lifetime. Nowadays, there are young people who then get really obsessed with animation and all these kind of anime cartoons and all of those kind of all of those products that is developed based on certain animation and cartoons. Lots of advertisements are made, and young people without any experience in this society, without lots of money, but they would invest they would invest their salary to buy the collective version as well as limited edition of those toys and those sculptures. They're very childish, but let's then contemplate if they are so childish in their interest, what kind of personalities they have, what kind of maturity of their spiritual life is. I think this is something that you should really investigate. What is the world, the value, the world and the value the young people have towards nowadays?
就这是唯一的，就是自己就是沉溺在一种
They don't
特别
think
就
about
是
how
难
to
以自拔
benefit
的一种
others.
虚
They
拟的
don't
这个世
think
界当中，
about
就像
how
这个
to
吸毒一样的，这个
then
吸毒已经上瘾了，
elevate
没办
their
法，就是只
spiritual
有
life or so.
进去，
They
然后
only
花很多
then
钱。
get
如果家
very
里
much
不给的话，
dwelled
就
in
开
this
始
kind of
往上这个
materialistic
贷。
things
最后
and
的
this
话呢，就是
juvenile
这个现在套债
materialistic
的这种
things.
系统和套债的这种组织呢，
And,
也是很厉害的，各个国家都。所以最后的话，那就是整个自己的一生啊。
And
其实现在我们
and
很
young
多年
people
轻人
would
真的是比较
even take
酷的，
loans
就是有一
in
部分
order
人
to
的话
buy
呢，
those
现在吸
toys
毒
for
啊，吸
themselves.
毒是特别
And
可
they
怕
get
的。我
very
也去了一
much,
些街头说啊
they get
监狱
very
里面，
much
他只要一次
attracted
一开玩笑，
to
或
all
者
the
是
little
以一
toys
种
and
好奇
different
的这种
editions
心呢，
that's
就是接
sold
触
by
以后
the
的话呢，那终身
companies
的没办法
and
戒的。他上了这个瘾，而
manufacturers.
且这种瘾的话呢，就是完全的是到了这个进入到骨髓里面去，所以没办法，就是这
In
不是
some
什么
ways,
我们用
it's
心态来
almost
决定，
like
应该是身体
they're
上需要处理的
addicted.
你的身体没有色气之间的话
And
呢，
I've met
吸
some
毒
of
很多都
those
是没办法就是戒
drug
掉的，这是这
addicts.
方面的。
And
还有现在网络的这些
their
毒的话呢
mentality
也是
is
一样
exactly
的，
the
父母
same.
说了没用的啊，老师说了没用的啊，父母特别
Doesn't
痛
matter
啊
how
我们
much
的
the
孩子的马上要疯了，就是
parents
看怎么
or
办呢？
the
就整天都是不见人，
teachers
整
would
天都是
advise
看这个
them,
网络
they
游
would
戏
not.
那没办法的，就是说
They
他还
would
是
not
跟
change
精
their
神上的
habits,
毒品，就是
let it
这个
be
这种精
animation
神的
and
这种
cartoons
这个
or
毒药呢，就是
games.
像咖啡因一样的，
It
就
is
是最
in
后都是已
fact
经刺激到你的这种这个人脑的
It
这
could
种
be
神经系统
called
当
the,
中，它已经损害了就是我们的这种
game
这个神经
addiction,
系统。
game
所以在这样的一
addicts.
个时代当中的话呢，真的是所谓的这个好学呢，就是还是并不是很难这个
So eager
并不是
to
很容易
learn
找
is
到
in
的。但
fact
是呢
not，
我们还是
easy.
希
And
望
it's
呢，
very
就是应该
difficult.
好好
It's
的
even
这
more
个
difficult to
要
find
学习
the kind of。
像
young
那
people who
个
are
高
most
僧
eager
传里
to
面
learn.
呢，以前有那个什么
We
这个
should
慧远大师
look
的，
at
其实慧
those
远大师的
previous
故事
masters'
是
stories,
很感人的，
such
就
as
是
Master
就是那个
Huiyuan's
净土宗的
story,
第一祖啊，就是慧远大师，
who
他的
is
上
the
他的
first
这个
first
上师叫做是
patriarch
道
of
安
the
禅师
Pure Land，
然后
school.
他呢就
He
摄入他的时候
met
其实很
Master
年轻
Dao
的
An，
但是慧远大师在
and
他面前就是听了这个3年的法，
Master
最后呢
Huiyuan
就是自己非
studied
常
under
智慧非
Master
常
Dao
这
An
个
for
成熟，
3 years,
而且
and
他
at that time
就愿意这个
his
苦修啊，就
wisdom
生活
and his
特别
knowledge
简单，
was
但对法方
very
面呢
much
就是特别的这
then
种入念啊，就是亲近的这个修行，
was very
最后
much
的话呢，就是
matured,
他
and then
得
he
到了就
continued
是
to
这个
practice.
道安禅师的所有的这些这个法啊，然后
Eventually,
大概
all the
24岁的
dharmas
时候的
that's
时候，他
taught
依
by
靠
Master
自理来
Dao
讲
An
这个
was
这个般若的这个思
all
想
the
啊，有
teachings
时候
taught
呢，
by
他还
Master
以
Dao was
一些
completely
庄子
understood
的
by
这个
Master
学说
Huiyuan.
来这个解释
I think by
当时
the
是非
age
常
of
著名的。
24,
后来那个道安禅师
Master
也是
Huiyuan
说
started
是
giving
在
teachings
我的
on
这个
Prajna
会员的话呢，
Paramita
在将来的
teachings.
这个世界当中，
And
我的
later
这个
on,
教
Master
法的
Dao
话呢，
An
就是
said
弘扬于
that
整个这
Master
个
Huiyuan
国土
will
啊，
be
就是他
the
说是
one
唯一的希望
who
呢，就是在会员上面，的确是
propagate the
就
teachings
是依
that
靠他来
I
这个做了很多
gave,
的
and
这样的
he
这个
is the
弘扬
hope
这个
of
净土法门为主的
this
这个佛法。其
of
实
the
如果一个
teaching
人
of
他
Pure
自己
Land.
在学习的过程当中啊，不
In
被
fact,
这些这
during
个
the
山乱的因这个
studying
控制，我也
period of
非
time
常
of
希望
Master
呢，就是我
Huiyuan,
们这
he
个
was not
不管是
distracted.
你
He
是
was
居
very
士身
much
份、出家
focused
身份
in
的话呢，
terms
你
of
在这个求学的过程当中呢，就是应该
his
这个生
eagerness
活上
of
不要要求
learning.
太高，就是基
So
本
I
上是
really
让
hope
过
all the
得
practitioners
简单的这个生活，
could
就是这是很好
maintain
的
a。
然后精
simplicity,
神上
maintain
的话呢，就是
simplicity
不要
in
有
your
很多
lifestyle.
其他的
Do
这个
not
各
have
种
too
各样的
much
这个扰乱和
requirements,
缠绕，不然
and
凡
do
夫
not
人
get
很
too
受
distracted.
很容易受
Because
影响。
mundane beings
然后
can
自
be
己修为呢，
distracted
就
very
是要得
easily.
以这个清洁。
And
这样以
then
后的话呢，你学的知识
In
是
such
对
a way,
终身也
your
是
actions
对
can
自
be
己也是
purified,
有
and
利
the
的。
knowledge
所
that
以
you studied could
我
be
建议的话
beneficial
呢，
to
就
the
是
sentient
就
beings
是
as well
哪怕
as
是我们
yourself.
这个《论语》是一个传统文化的，
I
但是
know
这
that
里面
the
也有很多的
Analects
这个
is
知识。
considered as a
最近呢，就是
traditional
也看
culture
了一些，
teaching.
虽然时间还是很那个的，就是确实是有点这个记不出来。 来的，但是呢，我这边有大概是20多本就是不同版本的这个论语的书啊，然后呢，我也就是就不是全部都看，但是呢，大致的就是就是我们今天这样的内容，每一个地方呢就是去看一下子，好像很有感觉。我自己呢也喜欢看书，我希望我们很多人的话，至少也是看1-2本书啊，就是要学习的话，那就是可能还是学的有一
I
点
know
意思。
because of the time limits, at least I really wish that you could read or 1 or 2 commentaries. These are a few books that I reference to. This one is from a traditional scholar. His name is Qian Mu, and at first he moved to Yale University, and he couldn't understand English at that time, so he spent time to wrote a commentary on the Analects. This is from Matthew, and his commentary is based on the Buddhist point of view from that perspective. And this one is from a lay practitioner, and he used lots of teachings quoted from the books and the five cyclical teachings. And this one's from Master Ji, and also I have the books as Wisdom of Confucius and Explanations of Analects and so on. I have seen commentaries. Fortunately, I don't have too much time, but at least I feel that if I were to make reference of a few books, it would be great.
只是为了让你们不打瞌睡啊。
This is so. This video is made so that you don't fall in.
接下来我们讲一下第15章啊。
So
今天最好
let's
讲了，
then
就可能拖一
talk
点。
about 1.15. I'll try my best to finish this teaching today.
第15章是怎么说的呢？就是现在开始
1.15
了，就是他是这样说的：贫而无谄，无而无
stated
教，
by
何如？
Zigong. Zigong
他
said,
说这个
poor but
贫
not
穷的话，那就是最好不要有谄取啊，因为一般贫穷的时候呢，他做各种这个
because
非
when
法的行
people
为
are
啊，
poor,
就是有一
then
些
they would
不如法的行为。作为贫穷的
have
人呢，
lots of wrong
他就不
conducts.
谄就是是不是最好的？然后作为富贵的人呢，一般来讲是有
And
这个
as
骄慢，
someone
傲
who
慢
is
就是
rich,
不骄啊，就是不骄慢。
when
这样
rich
的话是不是很
but
好？
not arrogant.
那个就是当时自贡呢，就是问那个
That's the
孔子啊
question that
就
is
我觉得
asked
这个
for
贫
asked
穷的
to
人富贵的
Confucius,
人应该这样
saying
做
that
是吧
I think this is really
然
the
后
best
自愈
when the
可以
poor
就是然后孔子呢
that's
就
what
说
the
是
poor
行这样
and
也
rich
好
should
就是
do.
他并
What do
没
you
有
think
特
of
别的
this
认真
saying?
哇，太好了，就是没有这么说。他
But
为什么呢？
Confucius
就是
didn't
先
say
面
that
说是
great,
这个
great. He didn't
如
say
为
that.
贫
He
而
said
乐，
that is
富
all
而
right,
好
but
礼
better
乐业
still
啊，就是他就这样回
is
答的，
poor
就是
but
当然
joyful,
这样也
rich
是
but
可以
loving the
的。但
rights.
如果这个什么，如果没有就是拼这个而乐道，就是虽然贫穷，但喜欢这个乐。有些版本当中
Over here it says that
乐道
poor
就是稍
but
微好
joyful.
一点。
In some
我们经常
editions
有一
it
个
says
叫做
that
安贫乐道
poor
嘛，
but
就是这样的。
enjoy
所以
the
当然你刚才说的是一个
the
富贵的
correct
人没有
path.
骄傲，贫穷的人没有谄居，当然这个也是很好的。
So
但
Confucius
他还是
said
不能
that
不能
this
比
is
什
all
么
right,
呢？
but
不能比贫穷
what
的
is
人呢？
better is
他
that
不但是不谄居，就是还在这个基础上有进步，就是
if
还要
the poor
喜欢
ones
道啊，就是喜
not
欢这个
only
善妙的这种道，就是这个是
in
非常好
gradating,
的。
in fact, at
然后
that
富贵的
time,
人呢，就是
the
不但就是
poor,
他不骄傲，而且在这个基础
if
上
the
呢，
poor could
还懂得
enjoy
这
the
个利
path, that would
贵
be
则
even
啊
better.
就是作为富贵
And
的人，
other
虽然
than
不骄傲，但是什
poor
么都
but
不懂，就是
not
笨笨的，就
arrogant,
是然后光有钱，
other
除
than
了
rich
什
but
么
not
除了
arrogant,
钱以外什么都没有
it
的话
would
呢，虽
be
然不
even
傲慢，
better
但
if
是
the
有
rich
信
but
心
loving the
然后还是
rights.
要懂规则，就是这样的话呢，就是不是更好
So
吗？
in such a
就是
way,
他
isn't
说
it even
比这
better?
个很好的。然后那个自贡呢，就是给他说啊，就是这个
And
四
then
经当中
Zigong
是有
said,
这么一句
the
话，就
Otis
是
said,
啊，如切如磋，如琢如磨啊，就是我懂到了
filled,
这个孔子你的密意，
smoothed,
就是其
carved,
实这个
and
你所
polished.
讲的呢，就是
Isn't
跟
that
这
what you
个
mean?
四经里面就是有一句话叫做是如
So
啊，
Zigong
如
said
切如
that
磋啊，就
according
如
to the
如琢
Otis,
如
that
磨，这跟这
there's
个道理一样的吧？
this
要
description
此
or
地的
this
学，就是
quote
此地
where
来
it
这
says
个
that
什么
it
学。
should be filed,
什么意思呢？就
smoothed,
是
and
它这里
carved, and
这里
polished.
有解
So
释的
step
话
by
呢，就是
step.
有不同的，就
Isn't
是
that
如
even
切
better?
呢，就是切
There are
割的意
different
思，就是
kinds
戳
of
啊，就是戳，就是
explanations
然后
on this.
它这个
Some
切
say
割呢，
that
就是有些解释是它的
the
平行的，像那
filed
个
and
有一些这个
smooth
什么这
and
个
carved and
糊涂
polished
的
are
固的话，那就是
then
切割啊，然后象牙的话呢
explained
就是
in the way
戳
that some of
还有
them
这个玉的话，那就是
is
做啊，
carved
就是做
or
然后那
split
个
it into
饰呢
bigger
就是木
shapes
就
and
是
then
它用不同的
slowly
这种
into
这个物质
smaller
呢
shapes and
通过
later
依靠这几个
finally to
来
be
这个进
polished.
行磨练，
And
这
then
样的一种
there's
方法
another
啊，就是是不同的。
explanation. It is said
它意
that
思就是
according
说
to
呢，那
different
可能
kinds
是这个
of
贫穷也好，富贵也好，
materials, you
不
should
同的
do
人呢
different
就是有
things.
不
The
同的
bones
这个
are
风格和
filed
不同
and
的
the
修
tusk
行，
is
不同的
smoothed
学习，就
like
是这样
jade
也是很
carved
好
and
的，
the stone
这是一
polished.
个意思。
So
还有一
that's
层意
one
思的
level
话呢
of the，
比如
meaning.
说如我们这个玉做的啊，就是玉做的话，那就是先刚开始要切，就是就本来是一个大的这个石块那样的话，那就是他用这个切割，就是大概的可能形象要做出来。然后的话呢，
Another
就是戳，就是
explanation
戳的
is
话呢，
that
就是用锉子来
jade
进行
should then
就是可能
first
它
be
的这个
carved.
头
For
啊，
example, quote-unquote material. If you were to then shape it into certain things, at first you need to cut it and then file it and then smooth it and then carve it and then use smaller tools and so on to then do detailed carve and detailed cutting, and then later on at the end you should then polish it to smooth it. So there are different kind of steps, just as how the rich ones at first they should start off by practicing non-arrogance, and then they can practice on loving the rights, and then the poor should not ingratiating at the beginning, and then slowly you should learn to be joyful about attending the path. Just like how in Buddhism there are the preliminary practices and the main practice and then the dedication merits. There are different kinds of stages. So that's the kind of path. There are the preliminary practices, and then you enter into generation stage and perfection stage. So just like that.
应该意大利吧，就是意大利就是有一个叫大卫的这个塑像啊，就是这个大卫的这个塑像的话呢，就是实际上也是很出名的，就是可能也听过吧，就是以前是有一个叫做这个米开朗这个记录，就是这个雕刻者，就是他做的，就是他在26岁的时候好像做的吧，就是当时有一个教堂的这个院子里面，就是大概有20多年的一个大的这个石块，大的这个石块的话。
a large marble, and this large marble stayed and lying in the center of the court for 25 years, and later on Michelangelo at the age of 26 sculpted David, the world-renowned world-renowned sculpture based on the historical figure.
应该是战士吧，就是公元前大概1100多年。
who lived around 1000 CE.
就是当然他
When I went to Jerusalem, there were lots of stories about the King David.
然后呢，就是也是
the figure.
不要看天空，我没有这个照片啊。
The figure, the sculpture was not.
然后那个
was rather the sculpture was sculpted.
在西方来讲，
the sculpture was naked. The way that Michelangelo sculpted, and
有文化的，就是看起来也是非常这个栩栩如生的。当然，我们可能像那个这个思想学习的有一些儒家文化的有些人的话呢，
the sculptures and paintings were in fact naked. I know lots of you are very conservative, especially those of you who follow the teachings of Confucius and the traditional teachings. And sometimes when you see those naked sculptures, you feel very much afraid or ashamed or embarrassed, and there are lots of complexity of the feelings within people of such kind of conservative mentality. Including in Bhutan, there are phalluses that's painted around the doors and so on. So people who have such kind of conservative mentality could feel that looking at those kind of paintings and sculptures and the paintings of Tanka and so on, you would feel quite embarrassed as well, and you would feel rather embarrassed to see the phalluses painted on the wall of on the walls in Bhutan, and naked paintings and sculptures in the West. You may feel very difficult to accept those kind of phenomena, but in fact, people have very different point of view and very different kinds of. They grew up in very different kinds of traditions and cultures. In the West, they feel that human body is art. The sculptures and the artists, when they're making such kind of artworks, they are also then made of.
大概是3米还是到4米，就是，但是它的这种雕像的话呢，就是现在的是应该是以400-500年了吧。
They're also made of rice.
但是每一个这个画家也好，艺术家的话呢，他看到这个之后呢，
over 500 years, and the sculptors and artists, when they first see this sculpture, they would feel that it brings the culture and wisdom and artistic view, artistic feelings. And on the contrary, lots of people who have rather a different kind of mentality, a different kind of a conservative mentality, they would, once they see this kind of images, they would feel lots of afflictions and lots of mental poisons. Just like the other day when we told the story how there are some shrimps and some ocean animals, in fact, live in the temperature of 450 Celsius degrees, and lots of people, once seeing such kind of shrimps, the first thought came to them is how to cook them, because 100 Celsius degrees cannot cook them anymore. So just like that, people have very different mentality, and I really feel lots of people have very narrow mind, have lots of narrow-mindedness. Anyhow, just like that, over here the master said, Zigong, only with you can one discuss the Odyssey. Someone tells you something and you can see its relevance to what is not said. In fact, there's another explanation saying that now I feel that you truly understand the relevance. I can then give you the main teachings, just like how some masters would say that you don't have to practice the preliminary practices anymore. I can give you the main practice, and then you'll be able to understand what comes. You'll be able to practice the main practice, and what Confucius says that it is quite important that you see the relevance of the different kinds of knowledges. Confucius, in fact, praised Zigong.
就介绍的时候呢，它不是一般的我们所谓的这个嗜血，就是它里面呢有个很深的这种。
In fact, the traditional teaching of the Odyssey, it has lots of the subtle teachings within. It is not only poems.
最高的这个窍诀，就是你可不可以给我讲个窍诀？就是我说什么？
So now. So Confucius is said to Zigong, saying that now I can give you the, I can now give you the actual teaching. I can give you the pith instruction now. Just like how people came to me saying that, can you give me some pith instructions? And I would reply to them, okay, I'll give you a pith instruction. That's 1.15. So now let's move to the last one, which is 1.16. The 1.16 is stated by the master, and he said that do not worry that what other people do not know you, but be concerned that you do not know them. If there are people who do not know you, that's okay. Nowadays, people continuously to complain that, why don't you understand me? Why don't you understand me? They would continuously to complain. But Confucius, what he said is that it's good, and do not worry that other people do not know you. This is a kind of a practice insights and practice certain kind of level of practice that you've attained. And then it says that, but be concerned that you do not know them, because if you do not know others, then you won't be able to benefit others. If you were to benefit others, you have to know what their mind thinks.
知人知面不知心
In
是吧？
Chinese
如果我
saying, it
们
is
这个
said that you
人
know
呐
the
就是
person,
只
you
是知
know
道就是别人原来是这个样子，
their
到最
faces,
后
but
呢
you
就
don't
根
know
本
their
不知道的话
minds.
呢，那你就是帮助他也是没有办法的。所以他这里呢，跟我们现在的这个很多思想呢，就是确实有点不同的。现在是怎么
Nowadays,
样呢？
people
就现在
have
很多人
complete
是
different
就是
understanding
我
of this.
不知道别人都是可以的，就我根本不关心，就我不
People
用
would
知别
feel
人的心，
that
跟我有啥
it's
关系？
fine, I
但
don't
是
understand
别人一
others.
定要就是了
But
解我，
others
为了
has
别
to
人知道我
understand
的话呢，
me.
我
They
可
can't
能
misunderstand
就是付
me.
出很多的这种代
Because
价
I've given so
就是
much.
包括现在网上就是很多人都是自我这个宣
I
传呐，
have
就是自己
contributed so
拍一些
much.
视频呐，就是自
Just
己
like
想要别
nowadays,
人
that
知道。
people wanted
不管是我
to
们
get
这个生
famous.
活当中
Nowadays,
的
they
话呢，
want
就
to
是
be
比如
known
说
by others.
现在很多有些这个
They
上市
make
的话呢，
lots
这
of
个
videos
就是
and
弟子要求他，你必
live
须知道我。你
streaming,
如果不知道我的话呢，那你说明就是你没有把我
including
当
some
做这个弟子啊，你是不是
some
把我忘
lamas. That
了
they would say
那
that
忘了的话呢，
just
那
like
就
how
是
some disciples
我
would
不认你
complain
上
to
师
their
啊，
lamas,
有些也有
saying that
这样
why
的
don't you know
其
me?
实
Why don't you
真
know
正
me?
这
If you
个
don't
孔
know
子
me,
的
you
思想的
can't
话
be
呢
my lama.
其实这里也很深的。我们
In fact,
大多
the
数的
teaching
人的
over
话
here
呢，
is
就是
quite
一定要希
profound.
望就是别人知道我，别人理解我，别
Majority
人
of
关心
time,
我，别
we
人
really
呵护
hope that
我，别
other
人
people
就是帮助
understand
我，
us,
就一定要
others
别人
could
就是往
comfort
我
us,
这边，就
others
是围绕
could
我
then
转。
help
这
us,
个是
others
我的要求，我最
could
大的
do
要求的话呢
everything to，us.
你一定要
But
就
over
是对
here,
我
what it
付
says
出，对
is
我
that
这个关心，
instead
对
of
我赞
asking for
叹，
help
对我
from
这个
others or
如
asking
何
others to
就是
understand
很多
us,
我们周围的这些人的话呢，就是你一定要就是围着我转，就是这样的。但
instead
是我
of
自己呢，就是对
those,
别人就是会不会很好，对别人
you
会
should
不会很关
contemplate
心的话，那
that
就
do
没有
you
了。
care
所以
about
我们
others?
这
Do you
个撒
understand
迦各言
others?
当中的话，那就是讲到
According
这
to
个一定要就是就是利益他众，如果没有利益他
Sakya
众的话，
Pandita's
那跟
treasury
这
of
个
good
出身
advice,
没有
it
什么
says
差
that
别。
always
什么平
ignoring
日
the
不为
interest
利
of
他乡，
others is
私
to
人行为如这
behave
个
in the
心
same
法，
way
就是入这个。
as
那么
as
维持自己
cattle.
自吃
Is
的
it not
其实
possible
就是
even
野
for
狼心
animals
呐
merely
就
to
是
acquire food and drink?
什么자동把这等主讲日不是你把马人呢？就是根本不像这个利他的，就是整天都是就是吃喝玩乐以外，就是没有什么价值观的话，
If you
那我们跟
only
这个
want
出
to
世呢
enjoy
就没
your
有很大的这
life
个差别。
in such
所以
a
刚才
frivolous
那个
way,
礼记当中
but
的
do
话
not
呢，
have
也是就是
any of the
说
interest
这
of
个
getting
人
to
这个
know
如果
or
是没有这
to
个
benefit
利益的话，那
others,
那跟这个什么有一种这个
then what's the
就叫做
difference
迷路啊，就是
between
迷路
such
的话
kind
呢，
of
就是他没有
person
什么论
to
论理啊，就是它包括这个夫子的
to
话呢，就
animals,
是都可以用这个母
just
亲就是这样的一种这个
just
生活。
as
所以我
there's
们作
the
为
kind
人的
of
话呢，就是应该
deer
是要有一种这个利益的这种心，而且这样的这种利益心呢，
the
就是建
deers
立
or
在这个利
animals,
他上
they
面。它这里呢，
don't
表面
have
上看起来说是
morality.
就是别人就是不知道我就不担心，就是但是呢，
So it
我
says
担
that I
心的
don't
是
really
呢，
worry
我
about
不
if
知道
other
别
people
人，
do
就
not
这句
know
话还
me.
是很
What
重要的。
I
我想
really
今天
care
我们
about
这
is
样的当
that,
中，一个是就是
or
患不
what
知
I
人
really
意，就是
concern
这个
about
就
is
其他我们
that
记
I
不
do
住的
not
话
know
患
others.
不知人意啊，就我担心呢，我不知人意。
So this
我
is something
关心不
to
到别人的
remember
就是
today
我
from
们
today's
就是我是一
class.
个负责人的话呢，我对身边的所有的人，就是
For
跟我有
example,
关的人，就是关心到了
If
没有？
you are a
就
manager
这
or
方面，
if
从
you
我层
are
面
a
来讲，就
superior
是
of
关
such
心
a
别人是
department,
很重要
then
的
you。should
别
care
人
about
不关心
others.
我的事，就是这
You
个是
should
不是
think
很
about
重要的。但我
that
们现
it
在
is
的这
it
种
doesn't
生
matter
活呢，
if
就是还是有一
other
定的
people
差
do
别。
not care
所以我
about
们
me or
刚
do
开
not
始呢，
know
就
me,
是
do not
什么人
understand
不
me.
知二
But
语
what I care about
什么
is
就
that
是不与君错。
I should know
前面说我们
others.
这个人不知我的话呢，就是我都不痛苦，就是我作为一个君子的话呢，那么就是人不知我没事的，但是呢，
So
我不对
it says
人啊
that
就是我
it's
要
okay
这个
if
知人
people do
我要
not
关心人
know me,
其实
but
在
what
一
I
些
really
那个
care about
儒
is
家的这个思想
I
当中呢，
should
就是有没有
know
利他
others.
心呢？就是他
In
并没有
the
像这个
Confucius
大智如菩萨行
teachings,
论里面所
it
讲的一
doesn't
样，
really
就
point
是
out
直接
the
就是讲
mind
如
of
何利众
benefiting
生，没有
others
这么
like the
讲。
Mahayana
但是对这
teachings,
个关心思
but
辨人
when
的
it
话呢，
comes
有很多
to
就是这样
caring and understanding others around us, I think this kind of teachings should also be learned by us. This kind of teaching is in fact quite important, and we need to reflect upon such kind of teachings. And if we were to study in such a way and understand in such a way, I think we would be able and I think it will make us a better person. Just as in the Sutra of Sublime Dharma of Clear Recollection, where it says that one who experiences the joy of wealth but never indulges in heedlessness is a wise man. If you don't understand others, if you don't make connection to others, I think one will live in a suffering situation. You should not build your happiness upon others' suffering. Instead, you should try to achieve your own happiness by creating auspicious or happy connections with others. And your own happiness should be built upon your own as well. You should be able to have the ability to make yourself happy. So we've finished then the first book. I will give you announcement of the next class on the analects later. I think I'll give you. I'll post the schedule later. Should be October 5th, I think. October 5th. Maybe not. Maybe not on October 5th. Maybe October 12th. Something like that.
Kaya mapshun de taram yaravara samzog shang chibaram bera sanjipshun shugja gani janam chanyala ba de tagaja chire yons tagapara jirab shang chib shagwan chong shig jaravata sanji tiji rabta kamara sho shugji simjana ganam chanyala ba de tagadana mele devara jir Roa kanjim chuji to namanam tambara jarjare wam japarasho Shanchibab shurba tagnam dagabshira jam roa kanda kiwa jambara jir Seraba kandam shampur kiwanam tagdab dagna rabdam jamarasho Jarava kanji jisum lob jiradem zombo shurba yons zobshininja Salatamam Jurba, Jamine on Tagaba, Tata, Manimam Jurmila Jupers. The tongue of Janakala, Tadavama, Tatama, Yakanamda, Roa Ganji, Danam Chazambara, Tamjadakada, Dagi, Chutanando, Teshan Paralashan, Rapsunadim, Shanchibasim, Namiam, Jilmakir, Digbag on Namajapara, Pata. Tetamani also Shanvarasho. Litam Yodamov the Jilin Namalim, Tulajam Jitin and Doanam Zayan, Chatara Panamochima, Chakbabjan, Yerdanam Karatopa, Metershad, Jangum Chundam Shunam and Jazam Barang, and so of Doom, Alarafta, Javarab Shilev, Deva Tagalam, Doakanam Godajan. Roa tam jadalana pamberishad Shanchibab Jurbayong Zubshiri Jan Simjana Dakim Jotam Tamberamji Zambub Shurbatana Raptuna Jam Ma Karabak and Dab Shurparajar Dakim Jotam Sombaragam Shurapa De Tagatana Tagatam Jogbarasho Litang Namatana Simjija Molam Shitavshan Dagla Pambaram Dodbo Togbo Tagav Zambu Shulubarab Tumbanam Te Tagataya Tagata Chalparasho Te Tagav Daki Namaya Yadamagayon Sanji Jim Kurvim Gombo Namam Gom Sumatak the Game Delavata Mawam Karapak and Mature Tetalayam Churapa Jachirabja Jaravanam Jitam Buchum and Jam Shanchab Shurpak and then wherever she lives on Bob Shurpan and Berev Jongwaya Maom Karapak and the Jadaparavja Chalapat Ham Chalatayam Korwanam Sunamayashi Taganam Zalani Taptang Shirab Tam Zalanam Tarata Yundan and Kanjam Zalam Zotajer Darchi Tana Daniela Janamate Jantar Samki Makab Sarjanam Sarjeti Jawinam Jipala Shantabab Sharapap Shojam Tabaravja Tetaramali Tamchala Shosaya Tatsam Chunla Dir Zaman Salanelaj Janam Jamso Tam Karapa Jamsur Chang Rabdamji Sonchian Laga Jamsu Dakaraji Jarava Kanayan Laganam Dabam Doa Ganjam Samba Jabzanaya Sardi Son Lab Dagabamji Paraja Tisam Sharpa Jarava Tamjalatam Kurlo Saranamaraptam Kurvaya Tetakaya Soya Mavzalala Loit of Jim Dagajan Rabdamji Ma'am Karapa Tamchilam Jibraya Kachi Shiki Dagajam Jibraya Kayam Karapa Tezam Salateta Kachi Chashi Jina Jibrajat Tezam Sharpa Maya Sangi Ka Teta Kachi Chila Dakita Stata Teta Kanaf Shoyala Yamara Jerpa Nam Taratuk Chimji Kaya Tisamantaka Jam Kolapa Teta Darchitang Umber Teta Manim Shogunam Tamchata Jaravata Janam Kolanji Kaya Mabshin and Jitin Durman Mabshan Jiverim Berem Sandiam Korolov Koran Yang and Deeper after Jam Tartun Gombo Kundi Jong of Damcho Kandam Nirvi Zimchuluton Namada Kania Goya Takaput of Dagata Kanda Yondanam Shulpatun Namada Chapa Shamba Takastov Kanim Gibim Sunamatop Dagadam Chapami Parakirpa Yashitov Sherabat Dam Zanadop Dagagib Shanchabaton Namayan Tagadapershad Lijiton Namayon Takapshilajam Numoton Namakandam Jumber Shadav the Keton Namaton Miller of Shilajam Zambo Shilbaton of Zoparaj Janama Jamzo number Takapshilajam Simchana Jamzo Tagana number Durum Chunama Jamso of them Tomshilajam Yashi Jamso of the Topershad Number Takapshida Mulama Jamso Yonso Zopershada Sarji Jamso Raptam Shubshida Jam Karapa Jamsur Macho Jadaparaj Kaya Tisam Shapa Jaravaya Shanchab Shurba Molam Shitanam Zambo Shurbi Shanchab Sardine Tekanam Daki Mali Zoparaj Jaravagan Dieti Jatawapa Kanga Mana Kantab Zamjib Sham Kiba de Dam Somper Japur Given the Tagatam Jadaraptavno Litang Yadjanam Tagajam Shurpanam Tagajanam Yon Tagapa Amor Zampum Kipam Chimdawa Timdarab Dajan de Tang Somperasho Kanim give up Zambu Jalabub Sharam Jawalatin Molam Japaraja Mawam Karapakanta Machover Dev Shava Mani Zoparaj Shurpatana Sayuda Makirchi Yundanam Jan Sabzon Me Parasho Shurpat Mene Palani Neja Tetakam Charapatam Chalam Chalavarabja Nam Kim Tartu Kirpa Chatsam Simchana Manim Taya Tirjanante Chatsamani Tam Yumon Tajarapa Daka Molamam Taya Tetsam Janam Thai by Rinchin Genti Jalavanam La Pala Hatama Yev Devam Chognamaja Jangab Daniela Karaparam Paravavi Kanking over Jerpo and the Tunim Shanchaban Chokka Jisura Motion Lanchigazamayam Tarpa Jerpanam So Namatambam Chotam Danjero Kangiv Zonshid the Munam and the Debbie Tinang and Son Tamjada Varam Tena Jopong and Baravayan now I'm tired, they are Demiram Tom. Tetagan Param Yella Deveram so Mutsim, the young Tetagan Param, Cantab Zambo, the young Chenda, Tetaram Puramatoko Division. Samilang Buddha di Panama, Ganga, she won't give she better. They example should band the Judanam, Yerta Mali also showerim. Yes, she done as it on Sanam, Ritan, Catawanam, Dam Baram, the tongue Martagaman, Buddha, Tabam, Jitin, Zambo, Kanam, Chuparam, Shantipishan, one drunk the dim near do, Sony, Simpson, and Pam, Sheriff, them there stay. Shantipas are Jim Corlor at the dan namade dang jipa tham chadabdal kaya zambu shurba molamandam changwa dang ne tun tamalo na number mamba sanjim chenam shanchaban chakla somnya mabshadachi jam khola khwa chitrin thimba dang gandab zambu te tibjanende te daga ganji jisam daga lobshire gewan da daga tham chadarabdam Tizama sharp jarva tham chidji avngo akang lam chagdam ngabade dak ge wasavan dakana jam zambo chob sharabta morabja dagnam chivim tibshir jirpana japa tham chada dagnam sham salate monsamana wan thaim tem thone deva janje jantarabtam tirzoni na mulam dattag jam tham chada manim montan jirvarasho Mary Ducky also come, Jitan, the Simpson and Pamberg. Yellow Jim Corab Zanjaga, Pamo, back and turn the list. Now I'm the Jervim on Samantha, Longton Bayam, Ducky, Tertavision. Tena Ducky, Longton, Reptavenim, to the Pam, Bob Jim, I'm Jay, blow it of Jim Shorten, I'm Sayang, Simpson and Amla Pamba, Mambodia. Zambu shirpa mulum dumba yu giwa chung zalab dake chab saraba tenam drova mulum giwa nam kachi chiki tham chalam jurvarasho kayam zambu shirpa dam ngobim so naman thai tamba kang thuvati doa dem ngalam chavarab shawanam ola khagmil pani rabat hoparasho mulum jalbun datagam chakasum thai roa kanna pham shilja Kandab zambu jambu jontrvate Nansoni namamale Stonver Sanjir Kasamam Dan Junilamam Geradim Burshan Lavada Gimdana Mepsalam Dambushan the Baji Chataram Molam and Deparesha Tania the Pansan and Jaya Aquam Budana so high by me the G Durji Dunjam Jetapanam Irvalam Karamanto Lont Ripa Quatim Shim Jimmy the Panzo Javla Sorva David Jadar Gombus and the Vanyan Laj Feel the Chikitum deeper Shinji Om Sorta Ton Dolme Ransalanga Millet and Javeru Kim Zipa Bandrova Sasama Jarava Jamzo Jenny Gela Shinchina Boba Shipa Solomon Militants of Yam Takam Takpa Yeshi. Now I'm shocked of Jams of Shanghamo, Jiburnam Katsim and Durji, she served and Chanim, the beam, Shakjam, Corno, Chavanim, Jalan Chanian, Tamsi Sama, Tamdo, Tamdi, Ranta, Jonjus, Jarni, Jarava, Tikta Zamo, Tam Tabdana, Tam Chong, Jamsu, Nim, Tier, Yamel, Haksama, Dimburimul, Dotunam, Japu, Games, Barajarajim, Lapa, Samdan, Naramim, Zambayam, Depa, Soji, Nimdur. Young Gaza, Tartab Shaladu Shavi, Talanti, Var Tabtanam Shagam Tarab Jeep Chashi Shaw
尊敬的上师，各位堪布堪姆法师道友，大家。